LaDawn, from your relationship expertise, the Jacksons talked about prioritizing each other, as they're going through life transitions and also, learning how to communicate. Just through your time with couples, what is one of the biggest issues that you've seen in Black love when it comes to communicating through those life transitions?
I think the biggest thing that I've seen really impact Black couples when it comes to communication is sort of understanding where we've come from when it comes to relationships. So you mentioned earlier talking about sort of what your parents' relationships look like. Even if you had a single parent, what the relationships and dating look like for your parents. How did that shape you? Also, your exposure to relationships growing up. We bring a lot of that to relationships, and we don't realize sometimes in our relationships we're fighting wars with the past. It's not even necessarily about the person we're partnered with. It's about the lessons we've learned in love and some of those bad things that we've learned in love that are showing up in our current relationship. So all the things that the couples have mentioned, but also have an eye on sort of what your relationship history has been growing up. That can be
Mhm.
impactful.
And LaDonna, piggyback off of that, when you're looking at sort of your history or your experience, or I know for me, I'm 33, I'm in a new relationship, and a lot of things you don't learn until you're in a relationship, and then there are other things that you don't learn unless you're a single and sort of going through that process. And when you realize that your past experiences or your childhood have sort of impacted how you operate in relationships, what is the best course of action? Like, once you have that realization, what do you do after that? Because no one talks about the, like, okay, so what do I do after that?
You know what? We have to get in the mode of learning the lessons of love. Because I think a lot of times we can identify the things that people have done to us. Oh, that person cheated. That person lied. My parents weren't together. I never saw a couple happy in love. We can identify those things, but we don't learn the ways that we can apply and be different in our own lives. So, yes, these negative things have happened, but what have we learned from those things and how can we apply it in a positive way?